Welcome to Explore Ecuador. We begin in the beautiful city of Cuenca, where our team resides. Hosts Carlos Lara and Scott Michael show us a spectacular view of the city. Then we'll take a culinary journey at Tiestos with Chef Juan Carlos Solano.
So Carlos, one thing I didn't realize prior to moving here is how large this city actually is, and how much culture and history is involved in everyday life here.
Well, you're right, Scott. The city of Cuenca right now has about 500,000 people inhabitants. And the interesting thing is that when you are in the old part of town, it feels smaller than that. It feels like in a small village. But when you come to places like this, Turi, where we are right now, you can have a view of the whole city, and you can actually have an idea how big the place is. It actually can accommodate a couple of million people. And also another interesting thing to notice is that we have a beautiful natural setting with all these mountains.
Those trees, is that what indicates the rivers?
Exactly, you can see the rivers. All these lines of eucalyptus is basically where the rivers flow. They flow to the east, to the Amazon eventually, and finally to the Atlantic.
That's incredible.
It is really, really amazing. So how did you get here?
We actually did a lot of research on many places, and we found that Cuenca had a lot of things that we wanted for our children and stuff like that, but we had no idea what it actually looked like. I mean, so little is available to see online or whatever it may be, and we ended up coming here and we fell in love with it within weeks. I mean, the culture, like I say, the history is just incredible, and the people here are just amazing, and I really couldn't be happier.
Wonderful. And this is what we want to get, Scott. We want to tell people how beautiful it is here, and we're going to give them the right information, and we're going to take them through the lenses to the right places.
Yes, absolutely.
As day turns to night on Turi, our thoughts turn to the evening meal in Cuenca, where there are many dining options, with few quite as unique in experience and taste as Tiestos.
Well, in Cuenca you can eat from the market to many other restaurants, but here we are in a special place, Tiestos. And over here we have my friend Juan Carlos, who is the owner and the chef as well.
Hola, Carlos, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? This is Scott.
Hola, Scott. Bienvenido a Tiestos.
Gracias.
Okay.
Let's go.
Vamos, chicos. Vengan.
Tiestos is a place where the customers will come for an experience.
Esto es un tiesto. Es un gran plato de barro donde nosotros nos sentamos a compartir la comida. Eso amalgama los criterios de la comunión en donde nosotros, los amigos, estamos sentados a la mesa.
Okay, but this is basically a tiesto, which is basically a plate made of ceramic, and also it has the food, and that brings people together to eat and to enjoy and to have a good time together. So all these Andean ingredients, he creates new flavors to turn the whole experience of having lunch or having a meal into a nice experience. So that is actually the essence of Tiestos.
Y nosotros en Tiestos empezamos la comida con el uchu. Uchu en Quichua es ají.
Okay, this is interesting. In Tiestos, they start the meal with uchu, which basically is a hot sauce.
Y vamos a llevar a un viaje.
Okay, you're gonna go on a journey.
Okay. Salud. Es caliente. Un poquito.
A little bit.
Un solo bocado.
Just
no,
just like that.
Chimichurri. Chimichurri.
Sí.
Okay.
There you go.
Está bien. Me gusta. Este es un sabor criollo muy típico nuestro.
That is something really Ecuadorian.
So good.
With this one that you just had, your mouth will be clean, ready for a new flavor. Now we go to something sweet.
Piña.
Of the hot pepper.
The sweetness.
Exacto.
Sí.
Picante, dulce, ácido. Perfecto. Okay.
With this one, you'll get ready for something else. That's just to clear, to be ready for new flavors.
Manzana, comino y miscucho.
Apple, cumin, and the hot pepper.
Even though it's hot, because of the sweet, it counteracts it. That's just phenomenal.
La cabeza está así. ¿Sí? Porque todas las papilas de la boca se activaron ahora. Ahora quieres comer. Ahora estás listo para comer.
This is really interesting, Juan Carlos. Now, with the set of all these flavors that went through your mouth, now your mouth, your tongue, everything is ready because everything now is working inside. So now you're ready to eat and to have good food.
Desde ahí empieza nuestro viaje, el momento en el que te servimos uchu, pan, empiezas a recorrer todo el camino del Ecuador, el ají, el concepto de la pampamesa, el estar listo para comer rico.
Okay, with these flavors already, you've been throughout most of Ecuador. You've been through the coast, you've been through the north, you've been through the mountains. You already have a taste of Ecuador.
Ahora te voy a servir
Okay?
una sopa de camarones para probar 4 de los ajíes que ya comiste y vamos a obtener con el mismo plato de sopa 5 sabores distintos.
Perfect. Okay, now he's gonna bring this prune soup, and with all this stuff that you already had, he'll create something else. Okay, this is the classic soup from Tiestos. It's a prune soup, and a lot of ingredients from different parts of Ecuador are together in order to create this.
Es una sopa rica en sazón nuestra, es una sopa hecha en base de cáscaras y cabezas de los camarones en un refrito hecho con comino, cebolla, ajo, cebolla colorada, ajo, manteca de color, sabores nuestros, en donde se hierven las papas hasta que las papas desaparecen en un puré.
Okay, well, he's over here, the soup is based on a lot of different little ingredients, but also, for instance, potatoes. They will boil potatoes until they melt into what is the soup. Wow. So the soup itself is actually the melt potato.
Necesito que prueben solamente la sopa.
Okay, let's go. Just for the soup, he says.
Okay.
Try just the soup.
This is shrimp, right?
That
No.
is,
Just
but
just
yeah,
the soup.
just try the soup.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Ese es el sabor original de la sopa.
That's the soup.
Ok, ahora, medio camarón con sopa en la cuchara.
Okay. Half of shrimp.
Okay.
Goes to the spoon. Okay.
Y me espera.
Okay. Now wait. Okay.
Ok, pruebe.
Go.
The sweetness.
El camarón,
With the heat.
el camarón, la textura del camarón es importante, no se tiene que recocinar, eso es lo perfecto, solamente sopa.
The texture.
Quiebra boca de nuevo.
Mucho bueno.
Gente dice muchas veces, es la primera vez que me sirven una sopa con manual. Sí, es mi sopa. Yo la creé. Yo sé cómo se tiene que servir.
Some customers said to him, it's the first time that I'm served soup with owner's manual. And he says, yes, this is my soup. I created, so I have to teach you how to do it.
Yeah. It's my restaurant. It's my
Yes, sure. You eat it my way. We're amazed.
Muchas gracias.
Sí.
Salud.
Gracias.
Have anybody in the past teach you how to eat a soup?
No. As I was just saying to Carlos, no, it's like as if a person just came to this restaurant and didn't have a chef that was involved, and these sauces were laid out, no one would ever think to say, oh, in potato shrimp soup, I'm going to put a hot piece of apple or pineapple. And then you come along and you do that for them, and it's a completely different flavor. You know, they experience something they would never experience, you know. So
But you got that, right? You know, this is really, really special. No one expects you to do that. And when you do that, certainly, I can understand now the experience to come here.
and it's just amazing. It's phenomenal.
And that's exactly what we want to show people, you know. We want to tell the world that this is Cuenca, these are the Ecuadorians, and these are our friends coming to join us. And seriously, you know, we have a wonderful time here, don't we? We have a fantastic time. Esto es lo que queremos transmitir a la gente que nos ve. Esto es Cuenca, estos somos los ecuatorianos, estos son nuestros amigos gringos que están viniendo a vivir acá. Y este es como se disfruta la vida acá en Cuenca.
Compartir. Todavía somos una ciudad donde compartimos,
Sí.
donde estamos aquí para dar y para recibirles a todos.
So this is what Cuenca is, you know, is a place to share, you know, to give, but of course as well to receive and to create this wonderful bond.
Absolutely.
Now come in the main course. Vamos a la cocina para preparar. Vamos a hacer un mar y tierra, langostinos y un lomo fino en salsa de hongos y tocino.
Whatever you say.
Okay,
Perfect.
vamos.
Let's go to the kitchen.
Dios averigua menos, perdona más.
Okay.
Look at this.
Here we go. Wow.
Recuerda siempre que el cocinero no cocina para el estómago. El cocinero engorda el alma.
Okay,
Cocina
this is a
el
new
corazón.
concept. Okay, the chef is not cooking for the stomach, but for the heart, and he will make a bigger heart and a stronger heart.
La salsa caliente. ¿Sí? 2 aros en el patio. Ábrame espacio. Top secret. John, voy a querer servicio en la mesa. Servicio.
Look at this. Ooh. That's the best, and the aroma is just amazing, huh? But of course, the whole thing already has been fantastic, you know. Already we had good food, good drinks, good sauces, and now, you know, this is part of the main course.
So we're ready.
We are. Aren't you?
Okay, you remember. Toda mi carta está libre de gluten. Entonces, lomo fino en salsa de hongos y tocino. Nosotros nos damos el trabajo de hacer el curado del tocino para que el tocino no tenga gluten.
Okay, all his food is gluten-free.
Ahora tenemos en la mesa para compartir papa chaucha, la reina de la mesa,
Okay.
ensalada de mango, solamente durante la temporada de mango.
Just during mango season, mango salad. Potato.
Sémola de trigo,
Semolina.
ensalada de quinoa,
Quinoa salad.
ensalada de melloco,
Meyoko, soda potato.
Ecuador, arroz,
Rice.
Ecuador, ensalada fresca.
Fresh
Tiene
salad.
pinta de florero, pero es la ensalada fresca.
Look like
you remember,
flowers.
it's the fresh salad. It's very, very important. Okay, you don't eat the salad, you don't have a dessert. Please.
Have to have the salad.
Bienvenidos a Tiestos. Disfruten la comida.
Welcome to Tiestos. Enjoy the meal. Gracias, Juan Carlos.
We've taken an amazing culinary journey. Now it's time for dessert. The flavors and artistry of Chef Juan Carlos are not to be missed. It's easy to see why Tiestos is one of our favorite restaurants, and we can't wait to go back.
Thanks for watching our first feature video. Please share, subscribe, and click on the bell to catch our upcoming videos. If there's something you'd like to see on Explore Ecuador, please comment below.